Hi everyone, my name is Patranya, founder of Patranya Media LLC, and welcome to my Entrepreneur Showcase series. This show is all about entrepreneurs doing big things with a passion, and my job is to tell you why their stories are unique. And today we have a great guest in studio. We have Coach Rose Peterson. She is a certified fitness coach and also nutrition expert, and she helps her clients really all over the country and around the world. She has been in this business for a while. She's a small business owner and also just a rock star in the fitness world. Thank you so much, Rose, for joining us on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
It's so great to you have been an inspiration, to me, and as I've learned about your business and your entrepreneurship story. So for people who don't know, tell us about your company. It's RP Fitness and Nutrition.
Yes, so RP Fitness and Nutrition. I'm a certified personal trainer and nutrition coach. I help people with their fitness, weight loss goals, as well as any performance goals. I also work with athletes right here in Las Vegas and virtually, just like you said.
And you're based in Las Vegas. This is where you started RP Fitness and Nutrition. And we really want to kind of get your backstory because that's what's really inspirational about your journey and what makes your story unique, right? Tell me about what started this. And this kind of, when you got married, you had kids, it kind of started something. What was happening in your life at the time?
Yeah, so I actually was not athletic growing up, didn't play a lot of sports, didn't go to college thinking I was going to be a personal trainer. It was really through my own journey of getting fit, trying all the diets, pretty much after every kid I had, that really inspired me to help others. Meaning there's a nice picture of me and my kids up here. I think I was like every mom in America that got the fitness magazines delivered, search on the internet for the best, quickest way to lose weight. And it was a terrible and miserable experience and lonely experience for me too. And the reason I say lonely is I think that I was in this place to think that I put myself in this position and I need to figure out how to get out of it. And so through trying different diets like everyone does, and trying to regain my strength and fitness back between every pregnancy. I have 3 kids. That's when I found the right thing. I really wanted to share that with everybody, that it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be what we were sold, and that it can actually be enjoyable. So after I hired my own coach in 2015, that's what really opened my eyes to wait a minute, fitness doesn't have to be sweating your butt off on the floor and 60 minutes and feeling very punishing for where my body was. Because actually, I'm not sure why I felt that way, but I think a lot of women would resonate with that they would just go through these punishing workouts thinking that was the thing they had to do to get back to their shape. So after hiring a nutrition coach first, because I knew that the way I was eating and trying all these different diets, it just wasn't sustainable, wasn't enjoyable. I didn't feel like I could be normal around my family members, around my friends. I was bringing my own food to play dates, which is ridiculous, but I would bring my own food to play dates because all the moms would bring these yummy things. And when we'd go out, I was terrified about what to order. And because of that stressful situation, there's times where I just gave it up. And I'm like, you know what, this is just too hard. So through my nutrition coaching, I really learned the science of weight loss. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is not what the magazines tell you, what the books say. And then through the nutrition coaching, when I realized that, hey, you actually can lose weight and include your favorite foods, but you have to learn about it like a budget. And that was a big aha moment for me to say a budget. So I have these many things I can eat in a day, and whatever I want can fit in that budget. It was very freeing. And through that process, I learned about strength training, that, you could lose weight and become a smaller version of yourself. But if you really want that tone, curvy look, you got to lift weights, and you got to lift heavy weights. So then I hired my second coach, And from there, I think that's where me becoming passionate and inspired to get into shape, that's where it kicked off. So I embraced lifting weights, even though it was hard. I went to a garage gym where it was like no childcare, no air conditioning, but I learned how to lift weights there. It was a little intimidating, but it was also really empowering, learning how to build muscle, lift things heavier than my kids. And I just felt like every woman in the world needs to know about this. Like, they need to know that getting in shape, you can actually enjoy the process. You can eat food you love. You can have pancakes with your families on the weekend and pizza on Friday. And that you don't have to do exercise that makes you feel like you have to be picked up off the ground and feeling terrible after.
And it's just so practical. And that's what I love about your story, Rose, is that you took kind of what you've learned through your own experience and the positive experiences you had with your coaches. And now you're becoming a coach to others. And I think this brings us to the second part of this conversation, which is about the Fit and Confident Academy. And I know you've had this going for a while, but you're relaunching this and you're getting the word out there. For people who don't know, tell me briefly, what is the Fit and Confident Academy?
So the Fit and Confident Academy was really born after me coaching my clients. I realized there was a gap out there for people needing help. Like, maybe someone saw their doctor, or they saw a nutritionist, or they found the perfect meal plan online. But then implementing that in your day-to-day life, when you're raising kids, going to work, getting invited to parties, dealing with maybe Aunt Debbie's favorite casserole at Thanksgiving. Like, how do you navigate those things? And I realized that there is a gap that needed to be filled, that if someone had pretty much a coach in their pocket to help them navigate these obstacles, they would be so much more successful. And on the days that you feel like giving up, or the hard days that you have that roll into one day to the next, it's like, who's going to be there to help me restart? Because restarting is like the hardest thing, is when you stop getting back on. And so my coaching helps assist my clients. So not only do they get like education, but lots of support and me walking alongside them, which is what I feel is missing in coaching. But now I realize that what's even better than just one person supporting you, it's a group, and being around people who are also trying to better themselves, who are also struggling, or maybe not struggling, but they're also working on this thing. It's more powerful when you have women together doing it.
And we're showing some pictures now. You just had a recent event celebrating the wins of your clients, and one of them really impressive. And tell me the story about Maria, because she just lost a whole bunch of weight and she never thought she could do it in a timeline that's pretty impressive.
Yes. So correct. Maria, she's on the last photo, or last person in the photo there. But so Maria came to me from a referral, and she has done a lot of different things. She's done boot camps, she's done like keto and all those things, but she was also in a place where she was the heaviest she'd ever been, and she knew she needed help, and she knew that she didn't want to do it the way she had done it before. But she also felt like, how can this be possible when I also run 3 restaurants? I have a really busy social life. She was very close to her family, where they had lots of family outings. They travel almost every weekend. And she trusted me to say, I go, no, you can still do this, and I can help you. And in 15 weeks, she lost 30 pounds.
Wow. And
she even said, like, I tell her, I'm like, look where you started before. When you first signed up with me, you thought this might just be impossible. How can I do this when I work so much and I have all these obligations? And she trusted me, and I said, I have a plan for you. We're going to do this step by step. I'm going to be with you every step of the way. Some days it's not going to be easy, but it's all going to count. Whatever it is, the little things you do, it's all going to count. And that's what that's what she did.
And what I love about it is, yes, you have the team, group of people coming together. That's why it's the academy. You're kind of pushing each other on and being that kind of cheerleader for each other. But you're also recognizing that everybody has a different story. Everybody has their own challenges, and you help them, with their challenges to overcome that. And I'm so excited because you have so many success stories, and one of them actually is sitting right here in the studio with us, Sherie Alexander, who is one of your clients. Hi, Sherie. Thanks for joining us today. And Sherie, talk to a little bit about your transformation. And we have some pictures to show you along with your story as well. But, when you first started working Out with Rose, and where are you now?
Yeah, so I started probably after having my third child. I had it in my head that I knew that I didn't want to be this person anymore. At my oldest daughter's kinder graduation, I saw a picture of myself, and it hit me. Like, usually you have this image in your head of what you think you look like, and when you actually see yourself, it didn't connect for me. And so I knew seeing Rose's journey that I wanted that same thing for me. And I had been through, as a mom of 3 now, I had done all the other stuff. I did the restrictive dieting. I did beach body and Zumba. And there are things I love too, but I felt like I was running this race that I just didn't
and
see
you're just
an
going
end to
around
it.
in circles,
yes,
right?
And there's no end to what my goal was. So when I joined with Rose, her actual program was a 12-week group program, and I was so excited because I like being around other people that can be pushing each other and supporting each other. And I found that with her program, lifting heavy and lifting weights benefited me in the long term. I had more energy throughout the day to be with my kids and lift the groceries all in at once. And it was just an amazing transformation for me. I think in that 12-week journey, I lost, I don't remember the exact numbers, but throughout the whole thing, I lost about 29 pounds also.
Wow.
And
in 12 weeks.
Well, not in 12 weeks, throughout the whole process. But the 12 weeks laid that foundation for me to know, like, now I'm not working with her closely in that fitness part of it, but I know what I need to do. Like, I know the building blocks and the things
So
I
it
need to
changed
go.
your perspective, right? It changed that mindset.
It was a huge mindset shift.
Yeah.
It wasn't... everyone's journey is going to be different. Mine and Maria's too looks different than the next person. So I knew that I couldn't compare what Rose went through with myself, and I had to take that into account to be celebrating my wins along the way.
Yeah. And Rose, hearing Sherie and what she went through, and how she was just kind of going in circles in terms of her fitness journey, and for something to click. And that was what happened to you, right? Something clicked, and now it kind of changed your whole fitness perspective.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I just wanted to kind of touch on what Sherie said about the 12 weeks laying a foundation. I think a lot of times when people start a fitness or nutrition journey, we want to start at the end, right? And there's steps in the middle where if we don't build the skills and steps and habits along the way, that's kind of what ends up where we stop and start again. So with Fit and Confident Academy, I've built out a curriculum to say, like, I've been coaching all different types of people, all different walks of life, and I've found that these are the skills you need to create a lifestyle. Because so many people come to me and they say, I've done the diets, I've done this, I've done that. I want to learn how to actually make a lifestyle. I want to learn how to incorporate this for the long term. And so when Sherie had the most success in the first 12 weeks, it was really learning and laying down all the tools, success, so that if she kept going on her own, which she ended up intensely working with me for a year. But my goal is, in those first 12 weeks, I want you to have those tools, have the foundation, so that if that's where it stops for us, you could keep going if you wanted to on your own. And I feel confident that you could keep going on your own. Most clients do stay with me longer because they love the success that they're having. But that's really what the Academy is about, is like, let's teach you how to keep this up if you keep going on your own and to actually create that lifestyle for yourself.
That's wonderful. And Sherie, you got those building blocks. You're on this journey, but it's a lifelong journey, right? It doesn't end when you, at the end of the day or the week or the month. This is still part of your journey.
Absolutely. And I think that was part of the mindset shift too, was that in the beginning it was a race to meet this goal of losing X amount of weight. And now it's more like people would tell me when they've lost weight, it's a lifestyle change. And I never made that connection. And now it makes sense going through Rose's program that it's because I wasn't pushing myself to the extreme. No more extreme diets, no more extreme weight loss, quick fixes. It was doing what I could do for myself and my family with our, what's going on in our day-to-day life, that I can make it long term and not just for 3 months and then I gain back the weight plus some. It was definitely a lifestyle change.
And finding the right coach, obviously, was the secret for you.
Absolutely. And Rose, and she hasn't talked about her coaching style yet, but she is an amazing coach. She is supportive. And you'll hear in other people when they talk about her, she is gentle but firm, and she helps lead the way. I've had other coaches where they're kind of mad about the whole fitness industry because people don't just get it. They don't just lose the weight and they just don't do it, right? But we're people who have more than just weight loss on our mind. We have work and we have families. Rose knows that, and she sees that about her clients. And she knows that I've had a terrible week this past week. The kids are sick, but I still have to keep going. And she knows how to be supportive through your ups and your downs. So she's not just celebrating your wins, but she's there holding your hand when you're at your lowest moments.
So it sounds like your coaching style is not just a coach, Rose, but you're also a friend, right? Because you're there to just be along with that journey, whatever their journey that they're going through, you're there for them.
Yeah, and that's what I hope. I hope that I'm friends with my clients and that they can turn to me even if our paths only cross for a short amount of time, that they can still come to me and turn to me. And I had a client reach out to me last night, and one of the things she said to me is she's like, I just love that you're non-judgmental. And Sherie hit on that there are a lot of coaches out there in the fitness industry that fitness is their life, right? And so they just don't get why people can't flip the switch, or it's easy, this is all you have to do. But I get, I wasn't fitness first. I didn't grow up being disciplined or regiment or be in sports where that's your whole life. So I get that working out and dieting is not your whole life. So I help my clients show them that we can incorporate and make lifestyle changes and you will still get your results doing it in a way that fits your life. Because if we try to upend your life and turn you into somebody you're not, that's what keeps you from starting and stopping again. So how do you incorporate health and fitness as part of your identity, but not your whole identity, because you're other things. You're a mom, you're a friend, you're a wife. There's a lot going on. So thank you, Sherie, for sharing that, because I do understand that, like I said, there's other coaches that don't get that.
Yeah, and it's been such an inspirational story because, going through your own journey, you're now sharing what worked for you with clients like Sherie and your other clients as well. So if people want to get in touch with you, they want to learn what you're doing, if you're the right fit for them, where can they reach you?
Well, first of all, I love making new friends. So they should come friend me on Instagram at Coach Rose Peterson, or on Facebook, search Rose Peterson, friend me, let's have a conversation, let me know that you heard from me here, and I would love to help in any way. So if anybody has questions, fitness, nutrition-wise, I'm not holding secrets like some people do. I'm not going to tell you until you hire me. No, I don't operate like that. But if you want to get on a quick chat with me, see if coaching might possibly work, then you can go to CoachRosePeterson.com and book an appointment with me there.
All right. Well, you're doing great things and getting out there and changing people's lives, including Sherie as well. So thank you so much, Coach Rose Peterson, for coming on the show today. And thank you, Sherie, as well, for sharing your story with us. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in to my Entrepreneur Showcase series, brought to you by our sponsor, PHLV Radio. And we will see you next time. In the meantime, get out there, tell your story, and make things happen. See you soon. Have a great day.